Hi everyone, today's class, we've got a short little flow for you today, 15 to 20 minutes. Think about this as a nice sort of morning routine. You can do it in the evening, but yeah, pretty gentle sort of a class today. We'll just get in, move the body and do some feel good stuff. So we'll start in downward facing dog today, please. Just come into down dog. Nice little bent knees here in your down dog to start with. And just take any movement here that feels nice to start out your practice. Whether that's pedaling the feet out a little bit. You might like to move through high plank, back to dog a couple times. Just whatever feels good. Just kind of make this your own to begin with here for a few breaths. All right, from there we'll all end up back in our normal dogs. And we'll do this together a few times. Rock forward towards high plank. Knees toward the ground, hips back. And then hips up and back, downward facing dog. Shift forward, knees down, hips back towards child pose, hips up and forward. Do that one more time. Nice, we end up back in our dogs. From there, we'll just walk to the front of the mat. Hands to shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. 2 more times like that, halfway. Refold, breathe out. One more time. This time stand all the way up, really reach up through the arms. And then bring hands to prayer. Inhale, reaching up. And fold forward as you exhale. Halfway lift. Then step your left foot back, bring the back knee down to the ground, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, start to straighten through the front leg, bring the hands down. From there, come back to Anjaneyasana. We'll do that a couple of times. Reach up and straighten through the front leg. One more time. Nice, hands down. Nice, come back towards Anjaneyasana. This time we'll take the right foot a bit wider. We'll end up in a lizard lunge. From there, press the fingers down, pull the chest forward a little bit here. And if it feels good, maybe a little bit of straightening through the front leg from this position. Just getting the hamstrings just a bit of a different angle here. Chest forward and back. One last time, forward. And heading back. And come back to that lizard. And then from there, bend the back knee, right hand, reach and grab for the back foot. If you do not have access to that back foot, you can just pull your hamstring, pull your heel towards your bum. It can also help to take the left hand a bit wider off to the left. Might get you a little bit more access there. We'll just hold here one more breath, whichever option you're taking. And then back to down dog. Nice, from there, high plank. Elbows in, chaturanga. Pull forward, upward facing dog. And then head back to your dog. From there, the left leg lifts and step forward, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And this time, we'll just step forward and fold. Lengthen. Refold, breathe out. All the way up. And hands to prayer. Beautiful. We'll do the same thing, second side. Reach up. And folding. And halfway lift. Then we'll go right foot back, back knee to the ground, back to our Anjaneyasana. Reach the arms up, breathe in. And straightening through that front foot as you breathe out. 2 more times. Reach up. Fold, exhale. Last time. And exhale, straighten. Nice, then we take that left foot a bit wider into that lizard lunge. Just pause here for a moment, a little bit of tuck of the pelvis under, right foot pressing down. Fingertips pull the chest forward here. Nice, one more breath in. And then the same thing we did on the other side. So maybe a little bit of straightening through that front leg. And then shifting the pelvis forward. Straightening. One more time. Last time to straighten. Come forward. This time we'll plant that right hand. Left hand, reach and grab for the back foot. You get the same options on this side as well. Just hold here, whichever version you're taking. Again, this is a good option right here if you cannot reach for that foot. One more breath. Downward facing dog. Nice, high plank. And chaturanga. This time we'll come down to the ground and we'll take locust. Reach the arms back behind you. Inhale, lifting everything up. And then hands down, back to your dog. Right leg lifts in towards the chest. Step forward, Anjaneyasana, back knee down. Reach those arms up. Hands down, step forward and fold. Lengthen. Exhale, refold. All the way up. And then bring hands to prayer. Nice. We'll go through some lunges from here. Reach up, inhale. Fold as you exhale. Halfway lift. Then we'll go left foot back to a crescent lunge. Inhale, reach up in crescent. And open to a warrior two. So pivot that back foot. We'll hold here for your breaths. I like heel in line with heel, but that's just my body, of course. You find what works best for you. Both hips are trying to rotate away from each other, and those arms reaching away. Just hold here, find your breath. Focus your gaze on a point here. I like my middle finger, that front hand. And then we'll flip the front palm, reverse our warrior. And then we'll come into extended side angles. You've got a few options here. You can go elbow to the thigh with the arm reaching up or reaching forward. You can come down more towards the ground, hand on the ground, or if you've got a block, you can use that arm to open up the chest a little. Same option with the arms, foot straight or up and over. It's really just a matter of preference. We'll hang out here another couple of breaths. One more breath in. Hand down, down dog. High plank. This time chaturanga through up dog or cobra. And then back through downward facing dog. Lift that left leg up and step forward into a crescent. Reach up in crescent. And this time, step forward and fold. We'll catch up the other side. Halfway lift. And exhale, fold. All the way up. Maybe a little back bend at the top here. And hands to prayer. All right, continuing, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway. Then we'll go right foot back to that crescent lunge. We'll turn around to this side. Inhale in crescent, you should already be there hopefully. And exhale to warrior two. Again, adjust your feet as needed. Make sure there's some pressure pressing down to the back edge of that back foot. Those arms reaching away. Slow breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, reverse. And then exhale, extended side angle. And the same options, elbow to thigh, hand down, ground or block. Make sure that that back foot's still active and that front foot is really pressing down, like you're trying to stand up on that front foot. Arms still reaching away like we had in warrior two. One more breath. Hands down, down dog. High plank, chaturanga, up dog, cobra, and down dog. Lift the right leg up and step forward into crescent. Inhale in your crescent. Hands down, step forward and fold. Halfway lift. Exhale to soften. Reach all the way up. And then bring hands to prayer. Nice. From there, reach up. Take the feet a little bit wider. Let's sit down into a squat. From this squat, you can use hands or not, but we're going to come into a full boat pose. You can just lean back, come into boat pose, use hands, that's totally fine. Legs squeezing together here, knees bent, hands on the hamstrings for support, whatever you need. The sun's coming shining in here, very nice. One more breath in, and come to low boat. From there, bring hands to prayer and try and lift up over those hands with the chest. Continue squeezing the legs together. Take one more breath right here. If you get little shakes, it's all good. Come back up through full boat and then cross those shins. And we'll come to a seated position. From here, we'll do a couple of back bends in a moment. From here, we'll come to, so right now I've got my left shin in front of my right. I should probably explain this. What I'm going to go is either left shin in front of the right, simple cross legs. If you've got the range, you can cross that ankle on top of the right thigh. From now, I'm going to turn my torso to the right, so towards that left foot, and a little bit of folding here. When you find your first point of a little bit of friction or a bit of tension in the hip there, it feels nice, maybe a little rocking side to side. Just sort of feeling it out. If you want to get down or get deeper, just feel find what feels good for you right now. All right, from there we'll come up. We'll take that right heel closer towards your left sort of glute bum jig area. We'll take the left foot outside of the right knee. From there, left hand behind you sits you up nice and tall. Two options here, either hugging on or elbow on top of the thigh or knee, and a little twist from the chest, from the torso to the left. All right, let's release that. Unwind. We'll do the same thing second side. So same options, either cross legs, right shin in front, or if you've got the range, you can take that right foot on top of the left thigh. And sit up nice and tall. This time we'll turn to the left. A little folding over that right foot this time. And if you want to play with maybe wiggling around a little here, and just work it out, see what feels good for you in that hip. Another thing you can do to kind of get a little bit of different sensation here in that hip, you can think about moving that hip a little bit back, or the femur, the big thigh bone here. Try to move it back a little into its socket, and that might give you a little bit different sensation. As if I'm trying to move my bum back to the right. All right, from there we'll come and sit up. This time that left heel comes a little bit closer in towards you. That right foot outside the left knee. Right hand behind, sits you up nice and tall. And we twist to the right. One more breath right here. Nice. Release that. Then come to a seated position with the legs straight out in front of you, legs together. From here, reach the arms up. And then exhale, reach forward and fold any amount here. Of course, you can bend the knees here if that feels better for you. If you've got even more range, you can have a block in behind your feet to hold on to. A couple slower breaths right here. Okay. Release the foot or the feet. Take your hands into fists. Tuck your chin to your chest and start to round through your spine, and slowly, keeping that roundness, that tuck of the pelvis here as well, start to slowly roll all the way down to the ground. It's that roundness and that tuck together here, which can help you go nice and slow. All the way down to the ground. Think about rolling that spine down piece by piece if you're not already there. Give little pops and crackles with this one, it always feels nice. All right, from there, we'll take a bridge pose. So plant your feet down on the ground, feet about hips width apart. Sometimes, for some people, even wider than that can feel better. We'll plant those feet down and we'll start with the arms by our sides. Press those heels down and come up into a bridge. Option with the arms here, depending on how open you are in the shoulders. One option is you can grab onto the edge of your sticky mat and then pull the sticky mat apart to pull your shoulders under a little. Other option here, if you've got it a little bit more open, you can interlace your fingers behind you, walk your shoulders a little underneath you, and then press down into the ground, continuing to press the heels down at the same time. We'll hold here a few breaths. Find one more breath. Bring those arms out from underneath you for there, and then roll that spine back down onto the ground. From there, we'll finish with two more things, and then we're all done for this little practice. We'll take a happy baby, reach and grab either inside or outside of the feet. I like the inside of the heels, but that's very much personal preference here. If it feels nice, you can rock a little side to side. Whatever feels good here. Maybe even going to one side and straightening the opposite leg. Maybe a little to the other side, a little bit of straightening. Beautiful. All right, from there, we'll straighten both legs up towards the sky. Squeeze the legs together, two legs as one. And nice and slowly, think about rounding. Very slowly bringing those legs towards the ground. Nice. When you arrive, we're ready for Shavasana. Take the legs a little bit wider, arms in whatever comfortable position you like. Close your eyes down and begin by taking a few longer, deeper breaths. Allowing the breath to come back to its natural rhythm, but just continue to maintain an awareness of the sensations of breathing. For me, I'm going to sign off now, but you're welcome, of course, to stay in Shavasana as long as you like. As always, thank you all for your efforts and your attention today. Namaste.